Okay. Musical accompaniment is optional. However, Richard has posed the question, what would an 8 minutes of enlightenment dedicated to him have to say about his own growth development? This is the man on guitar behind us, Richard Royce, whose home we're in and where all these videos have been filmed. So, bless you, darling! Again! So, the point is, what Richard doesn't know is very little. Richard knows a lot. Richard knows about 98% of all quantum data needed for total transcendence. He's discovered the nature of deceptive thought, that is self-deception. He's shed attachment to most belief systems because he understands there is a quantum state known as non-duality where you don't have a relative bearing in the universe. You don't go, yes, I'm born again, don't you know? But what you do is you just say, universe, you define me. I should just be a self-defining reality. Okay, and Richard knows that too, that your art, that your wisdom, that your expression, everything that comes up in you spontaneously is the universe laying down some tracks, as you can feel the muses working your hands and feet and fingers and toes. Once you know that you're an instrument of universal force, which Richard does know, we're getting to what he doesn't know, and once you know that belief systems don't serve you, there's a third and final thing that you have to know, which is that you have come to Earth for a purpose, and that the fulfillment of that purpose is really an ever greater adventure that you cannot presuppose is ever going to come to an abrupt or even like a decrescendo, something. It may just be like the end of that Beatles song, A Day in the Life, where it goes. So what I'm saying is, you and I might be the Beatles of the 21st century, and we don't fucking know it.
I told you that.
And that's true for anybody watching here too, is that you possess the power to alter time. And as a wizard, to whom I'm speaking right now, Mr. Ricardo need to know he is a wizard, very powerful wizard, and he is going to a land of wizards, and he will run into many other wizards where he's going. And what he needs to know most importantly of all is that he may not have anything to teach them, because there's a level beyond teaching. Demonstrating your wizardly powers is more powerful than teaching. You can do it through music, you can do it through talks, but make them Dharma talks, make them short and sweet, make them like 8 minutes of enlightenment. Don't take people from A to Z in one talk. Like, don't try to redo your TED talk that you had. We'll put your TED talk up here on YouTube, by the way. But the point is, you can essentialize things now. You have laser-like creative powers and analytical powers, meaning you can say what needs to be said in a much shorter window, and it may land better now than ever. You don't have to take people through dragons, beliefs, and but you can. I mean, whatever is the most essentialized version of your truth is going to make it through the chinks in their armor. If there is anybody you're talking to who needs to hear your particular brand of wisdom. But remember, as I was saying before, there will be wizards as well, people and channelers and people like that. There are people watching this video right now in America who probably think wizards and channelers are influenced by the devil. And I bet you there are people like that in Mexico too. So be wary that you're not going to be able to strut your stuff and wear frickin' robes with stars and hats out in the street. But you will find the network of fellow wizards, and your little secret society will develop. And nobody will even know it's happening except those who do. And then in tough times, you guys will all come out, you guys and gals will all come out, and you'll help the cohesiveness of society be maintained. And that is really what any wizard is meant to do with their magic, is not create spellbinding miracles and stunning spectacles. What you're meant to do is hold the world together so that it don't fly the fuck apart. And we haven't sworn a lot in this 8 minutes of enlightenment, but this is for Richard now. It's for Richard. We can swear we need to, right? And we can histrionize and fantasize, or do whatever. God, don't stop me now. I could do 10 people in a row or something. Indubitably said, yes, you could. But don't stop then, or now, or later. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. That's the secret right there. Don't stop being you. You can't really. But the secret to life is you've always been good enough. You've always been better than good enough. You are an example of genius. Everyone is. And the only problem is some people fall asleep to that. And a wizard's job is also to wake others up to their own genius and their ability to manifest themselves. Because you're not manifesting objects or wealth or things outside yourself. You're manifesting your own vital force. And then everything in the universe changes because of your state. And honestly, that's what 8 minutes of enlightenment is hoping everybody out there achieves, is self-empowerment, self-realization, self-sufficiency, quantum consciousness, knowing that you have no distance between you and anyone, knowing that you can see correctly. Everything that you're seeing may be partially influenced by your imagination, but is at least 90 to 95% true. If you own your sight and your wisdom base, what can go wrong?